Hey, hi, welcome everybody. This is Tim from Art of Awakening, and this is an introduction to our upcoming visual masterclass called Visual Sketchnoting Essentials. That's happening this Saturday, April 8th, 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. In this short introduction session, we're going to just show you a little bit about the what and the why of sketchnoting, a little bit about the how. We're doing much more of the how in the workshop, of course. But we're going to show you a couple of samples from personal and professional examples of sketchnoting and get you started to thinking about how you can see yourself beginning to use and bring this valuable and powerful skill into your personal and professional life. So let's get started. So before we get started, maybe some of you know me and maybe you don't know us, but I'm Tim, the other half of Art of Awakening, together with my wife. There she is. There we are. There's our workshop. We've been doing this for a while, since 2011, in over 800 meetings, drawing in every one of them, strategy, transformation, change, different kind of things, and helping people to see the power of story for change, and then organizing the story around a visual narrative that becomes a powerful and visual artifact that can clarify your thinking, create a shared understanding, and help to bring your ideas out into the world. So that's what we've been doing, and we put this together. These skills of sketchnoting is the foundational skill of listening and capturing key ideas, putting it into a visual narrative. So let's have a quick look. What is sketchnoting, first of all? What is sketchnoting? Let me cover that first. Maybe your notes might look something like this, a little bit linear, bullet points. That's set up for convenience for the document that you're doing. But it's not set up the way that your mind loves to work. Your brain loves words and pictures, and when you put those words and pictures together, it helps to make your learning stick. It makes your learning stickier. Our brain loves that. It's something called dual coding. Yeah. So it's sketchnoting is really a form of note taking using words and pictures. It's rich, visual, and personal, and it becomes something that's more memorable that you can share and invites collaboration and other things. So I put together a little timeline about our journey with sketchnoting. In 2006, this man, Mike Rose, is credited with coining the term sketchnotes and sketchnoting. He now has a series of books and a podcast called the Sketchnote Army. It's great learning. You can check him out. But our own journey, around 1995, 96, I learned mind mapping, and I was mind mapping at every learning event. And I went on to teach for many years, teaching creativity workshops, youth camps, and always though as drawing, creating form of accelerated learning, creating large flip charts that you fill up the room with, like some of these ones behind us. Flip charts for learning and getting people to present and organize through drawing and flip charts as a way to anchor their key learning. And then around, a little bit around that time, there was a marketing course where the trainer was encouraging us to create and sell a product, and we did. And the product I sold was the mind maps from that session. I just bumped my camera, gesturing too excitedly. We sold the mind map, so that was a good anchor on the value of this visual work, right? And then in 2011, we started our company together with Irene, Art of Awakening, which explores purpose, passion, and possibility using visual tools. So that's a little bit of our journey, just to give you a sense of that. And you might think of when do you make a mind map or a sketch note, a visual sketch note? Here's a couple of examples. The way that I use it the most is for my own personal learning, personal or professional learning, drawing ideas, or for anchoring and remembering key experiences. Photographs are great, but when you draw something, you're thinking about your experience and your insights and organizing that in a way that makes it more memorable and more meaningful. Or if you're giving a presentation, you want to organize your thoughts around that in a meeting, helps you remember it, helps you think about it and clarify that. So what about you? How would you use this tool of visual sketchnoting for yourself? So in the course, we're going to ask you to consider, what's your why? How is this tool valuable for you? How will you bring that into your life. So this is the all-important question around learning, is why. What's in it for you? How would you learn and use these skills, and what's meaningful for you? Is it to create more connection, be a better learner, better storyteller, or other things? So, here's some other, professional applications, team meetings, client conversations, and so on. Let me turn over here. Here's what I prepared. Here's a couple of sketchbooks, a few, right? And I'm just going to flip through these a little bit. And while you're looking at these, I want you to consider what stands out for you, what's interesting to you, and what would you like to learn from the upcoming workshop. So these are for, personal learning examples, color, number, image, simple graphics, organized in this is form of a cluster. Yeah, some different examples here. Let me find another one. Yeah, some other examples from learning. There's so many online learning courses that you're attending. That's wonderful, since pandemic. Simple images, keywords. How do you treat keywords? So again, the question is, what stands out for you? What do you notice while you're looking at these? And I'll invite you to write them down. And we're going to go into this practice and practice them, learn the different skills of how to create, visual vocabulary, how to listen and draw and organize your content. Here's some other examples, sketchnoting that you can use, and all kinds of things, personal learning, professional learning. Let me see what other samples I got in here. Bookmarked for you. Yeah, training. Coaching the brain, the art and science of happiness. I like to create a little storyteller who's maybe a central figure. Then you can organize your ideas around that. Yeah, so we have lots of stuff here. So couple of examples. We'll show you some more examples, and we'll deep dive into a few of these, show you some digital examples as well. Here's from a facilitation event, and more. So what stands out for you? What's meaningful and interesting to you? That's the question to consider as we're looking at this today. Yeah, so okay. So one last thing, I just want to show you this little note on why, the benefits. Yeah, the benefits of sketchnoting. There's many benefits of sketchnoting, but it helps you to connect ideas. It helps you to be a better listener. It helps you to remember more, retention and learning. It helps you to balance between the big picture and the small details. It helps you to connect and form new associations to ideas. That's what makes it learning is sticky. Right? Creativity is about connecting and association. It builds our creative thinking that we can bring into different ways in our life. The storyteller here is about balancing your logical and creative mind. So that's just some of the thoughts there. Yeah, so great. That's our overview for the session. Again, in the workshop, we're going to invite you to think about how you can apply this. We're going to go much deeper dive into how to organize your sketch notes, how to create a sketch note, how to get started. We're going to show you I have two more things here to share. Let me just come back here. Here's some of the different lettering, that you'll learn, and we'll practice that. We'll show you how to draw and build your visual vocabulary. We'll teach you about these 3 sketchnoting formats that you may have noticed in some of the samples just now that I shared. A journey, when your content is more linear and organized. A column, 3 columns, which is the way magazine articles would be organized according to columns. So it creates a visual soundbite instead of a long line of text. Or a cluster map, which is organized around a central idea, which is mind mapping is built on that. So those are a couple of formats. And again, how would you use this skill? Think about how would we be using that personally and professionally. And we're going to dive deep into that. And we're going to teach you how to use this skill for listening and drawing, which I call your facilitation superpower, how to organize your notes, how to get started, how to bring this skill into your life, into client meetings, into team meetings, into presentations, and into personal learning. It transforms your relationship with learning. Makes it more joyful, saves you time, easy to remember, and highlight key ideas. So that's our introduction to sketchnoting. I hope you found that helpful. If you haven't signed up for the class, there's still time to do so. You can join us. It's going to be great learning. There's also a bonus session, what you call breathing in, drawing out, which is kind of looking at your personal vision. And it's a bit of meditation and visualization and drawing, creative drawing skills to help anchor a personal vision, and looking at what are you bringing in and what are you letting go. And it's also a great way to anchor new skills, which we'll be doing in the Sketchnoting Masterclass. So we look forward to seeing you. Thanks for watching. Remember, every drawing is a gift. Take care. Be well.